got to tell you all a few little old aviation things. They said I was supposed to say something about flying safe. Well, y'all fly safe. I mean, how does anybody tell you how to fly safe?
Captain Cockrell is an experienced pilot with more than 10,000 hours flying time.
Well, we got to tell you, Airlines was the first in the world to have a full motion simulator. It was a DC-8, full motion simulator. Captains weren't going to get in this box. I mean, for Pete's sake, their whole thing was, I'm flying. You have to train me in the airplane. I can fly an airplane. Don't tell me I'm getting in some kind of box and fly this thing. Well, they did buy this simulator, and finally they got one captain to go in there, and he tried it out, and it worked out pretty good. He convinced one of his buddies, he said, come on in. We're going, it'll be midnight. Nobody will know. Another captain, they went in there and they strapped this thing on. He said, it's very realistic now and makes noise and everything. So they went, roar, off they went, rotated, and all of a sudden, woo, bang! I mean, dust and gum wrappers are flying up. I mean, guys are hanging by the shoulder harness, and the guy said, hey, this is realistic. This is very real. Well, they had over-rotated, and they toppled it right off the gimbals, right on the floor. It's true, the first crash of a real live... I don't know how many of you in here remember the first time that you ever flew for hire. How many commercial pilots you got? Commercial pilots? Go ahead. You can do it again. Raise your hand. See, there's only about half of them that'll admit it. You know why? Because they got existential paranoia. Existential paranoia is good for pilots to have. It is a psychological malady that I discovered years ago. Existential paranoia is being afraid someone is after you. When in fact, they are. I want to show you what I have observed by flying around in the back end of a jet-propelled aluminum tube, having given up on eating sandwiches, if you could call them that. I have begun to collect sick-sacks from airlines. And let me tell you something. Half of what they do plants the psychological seed. I mean, you could just about get sick just looking at the sick sack. It's true. I will prove it to you now. Right here, I have the TWA sick sack, a combination sick sack, film mailer, and gin rummy scorekeeper. Now, can you imagine Randall and Melba getting on an airplane, first time they've ever been on an airplane, they got their Instamatic camera with them, they're launching off out of Billings, they reach in the seat back, they pick out all this information, and Randall says, well, look at this, they think of everything. Save on color prints. I mean, they got, and then gin rummy, why they think of everything. And then they start reading the instructions, which say, for motion discomfort. Now, where in the world would Randall and Melba ever heard of motion discomfort? I mean, they've been married for 22 years. Hey. All you got to do is, well, there's a couple of ways to figure out what motion discomfort might be. You could call the flight attendant. Flight attendant will give you a graphic description or even show you someone in progress. Or you could just continue reading, and by the time you get to the end of this list of symptoms, you will have motion sickness, I promise you. And I'll tell you what, as far as I'm concerned, I've had success and happiness both tonight, because I've had the best things happen to me by you being here and participating with me. And by golly, I want to thank you for being here. Bless you. Good luck to you in your flying. Thank you very much for being here.